What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Stay Fresh production. We got a first impressions today. We're doing it again. You know I love these. Again, I hope you guys do as well. A couple videos ago I did a feature on Scentbird, and I was talking about some of the new fragrance releases they have added to their wardrobe that they sent to me. One of those came from the house of... I'm gonna go ahead and stop you here. Hey guys, this is Future Justin. And just wanted to point out that in recording this video, I was ignorant and careless enough to be pronouncing Ulrich's name incorrectly. I was saying it Ulrich Lang, and that is not a person that I know of. So, should have been Ulrich. I will probably overdub myself saying it correctly from here on out. Thank you. Ulrich Lang, New York. See what I mean? The next ones will be corrected. Which is a house I'm not familiar with, honestly. At least before experiencing one of their fragrances, which is called APSU or APSU. Again, I'm not exactly sure how to say that. Anyway, I did my take on it in that video. If you missed it, I'll leave it up there. And to be honest, I like the fragrance, but it wasn't for me. I wouldn't wear it. And I felt like maybe I was a little harsh with it, but I was just trying to be honest. Anyway, Ulrich was actually generous enough to reach out to me and wanted to send me a few of his other fragrances in the line. I have no idea what he sent me. I have no idea how many fragrances he sent. All I know is I have this package here that came from New York. So this is going to be a true unboxing or unpackaging, if that's what you want to call it. I've been sitting on this for a little while, so we're going to go ahead and open it up and see what he sent and get to sniff it. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna leave the scissors down. I'm not gonna be a savage. It looks like this thing is opening up without resistance. What do we have here? Okay. Make sure there's nothing else in here. Alright, I think we got it all. So, we have a few samples. It looks like there's 5 in here. One of them is APSU or APSU, which I have talked about, so we might forego that one for the moment. This is a nice little personal advert here, and it says, "Hello dearest Justin, here are the samples. Enjoy. Sadly out of..." Okay, there's another fragrance here he said he's out of. I can't quite read what he wrote, unfortunately, but thank you so much for being just so generous to send me these fragrances to get my nose on and talk about here. So he has quite a lineup here. I think this is all the fragrances in the collection, which is really cool. I love this little catalog. Shows you all the bottles, shows you the notes. So we're going to use this as a bit of a guide to see what we're dealing with. Here are the fragrances. The first one is called Anvers. There we go. And yeah, very simple packaging here. On the inside we just have this little sample. It might be like a 2 milliliter sample, something like that. Yeah, 2 milliliters. Next we have Lightscape. Beautiful. I love these titles. I just love the simplicity of it all. We do have APSU or APSU. I'm gonna keep sounding silly and say it like that every time probably, but again we're gonna forego this one because we have smelled it and talked about it. So we have 2 more. We have Nightscape. I love that. I love these titles. I love the names of these fragrances. And we also have Anvers 2, which seems to maybe be a lighter version of the original Anvers, which was in that dark gray card. So again, I don't really know anything about these fragrances. We're going to sniff them and then we're going to read the notes. I'm going to try to keep things as, keep the slate as clear as I can while I do my first impressions. Then we'll actually see what we're smelling. So I do have a few borrowed test strips from Sephora. Thank you, Sephora, for not sponsoring this video, but for allowing me to take these test strips. So let's start with, let's go in order. Let's go with Anvers. We'll start with Anvers here. I wonder if the fragrance is going to reflect the packaging. Again, this is on the darker side here, so got a little 2 ml sample. Get the cap off. There we go. And let's see what we're dealing with here. All right, here we go. Okay. Man, that's really nice. It's a little spicy, quite aromatic, a touch of sweetness. Man, I feel like it's already changing. Wow. There's like almost a rosiness to it, but not rose. Man, this is really intriguing and really pleasant. Let's not waste too much time. Let's see what we're actually smelling here. Fresh, provocative, and embracing is what it says. Top, bergamot, lime, tangerine, sage, mint, basil. I was gonna say I thought I smelled peppermint. Heart, violet, jasmine, geranium leaves, sesame, and honey. That's adding to this. Okay, I get that honey now. Adding to the sweetness. Wow. I get a little bit of that violet. It's almost kind of green. I like that. And base is leather, moss, sheer ambers, precious woods, and guava. And this was released in 2003. Man, this is really, really pleasant. I really like this. Oh. And this note breakdown has me very interested to put it on skin and see how it develops through these layers. I love this. We're going to keep this one in mind. That's Anvers. Let's do Lightscape. So same format, not going to read the notes. Just going to spray it on the strip and see what we are working with here. And I notice people use their thumb to spray. I never thought about doing that, and it makes total sense. Your thumb is a lot stronger than your other fingers, and I always struggle when the atomizers are small to really like. Anyway, get the idea. So I don't remember who I saw doing this, but it works so much better, so I'm going to keep doing this. This is Lightscape. Okay. Wow. Okay, I'm getting kind of like powdery florals. It's fresh, but a little bit more powdery than fresh to me. Or like a powdery fresh. That might be a better way to put it. Very floral. This definitely smells a little bit more feminine. There's a touch of sweetness. It's really pleasant. I'll try it on skin, but I don't see myself pulling this off. Okay, let's see what's going on with Lightscape. Casual, addictive, and versatile. We have galbanum, lemon, violet leaves up top. Heart has iris, rose, violet flower, cyclamen, and cedarwood. So lots of florals in this. They're really blended nicely. I can't really pick out the iris from the rose, from the violet, from the cyclamen. It's a beautiful accord that they're all coming together as. And cedarwood in the heart is really interesting. I don't know if I pick up on that just yet. Base ambergris, tonka bean, cashmere wood, musk, and ambrette seeds. This is really interesting. I like this. Again, I don't know if I would pull it off, but for a female, I think this would be great, but have yet to try it on skin. So we'll do that at some point. Okay, we got two more here. Up next is Nightscape. Let's see what's going on with this one. So far, I like the direction of these fragrances. There seems to be a bit of a common DNA between them. Like I can tell they're coming from the same creative mind. There's an identity to them, or an olfactory identity, if you want to say that. So let's see what's up with Nightscape. Whoa, wow. Definitely comes across as darker, but still fresh. Man, what is that? I'm getting a floral element too, but again, it's like kind of a darker scent. There's something about it that makes me think of like a deep purple or a black, or like a deep violet. Wow. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Black Orchid from Tom Ford, but not so chocolatey as that. This is really interesting. Again, quite floral to my nose, coming off a little feminine. But let's see what's going on with Nightscape. Modern, carnal, and lasting. Okay, is what they say. Top bergamot and a green accord. Interesting. I don't really get that off the top at all. I don't get like a piercing, zingy citrus at all. It is definitely green though, I'll give him that. In the heart we have jasmine, geranium, and cedarwood. We're seeing, you know, some similarities in some of these olfactory layers here. Definitely getting a little bit of woodiness. That jasmine is coming through too, and I think the freshness I'm getting, it could be from the geranium, which can have a bit of like a minty quality in some uses. Wow. In the base we have soft leather notes. Okay, the leather is coming out. I definitely get that. Musk, amber, tonka bean, and patchouli. This is really interesting. As it's drying down, again, it's already changing quite a bit. That leather is really coming out, which I think is kind of bringing more of a masculine quality to it, which I really dig. Oh, this is nice. I'm thinking like almost like a Tuscan leather, but really toned down leather note with a little bit of green nature, and it's a little bit fresh and just a touch of sweetness and definitely floral. This is nice. This is some interesting stuff. Okay, this video is already getting too long. We got one more. Thank you for bearing with me. Last one is Anvers 2. And I think it's interesting that this brand has been around for a good while. I mean, it seems their first fragrance came out, 15 years ago, just about. They've been around for a minute. I've never heard of them. I need to look more into kind of the background of the brand, but I know it's supposed to have something to do with blending photography and fragrance. If you look in the catalog here, there's a lot of really interesting photographs. And I think they are supposed to coincide with the fragrances, to my knowledge. Final one, Anvers 2. Stop wasting time here. Last one, and then I actually have to get going. I have a sound check for a gig this evening, so wow, man. Okay, sweet and fresh. Man, there's something familiar about this. I can't really pick up on anything in particular in this. There's something that is like grazing a familiarity in my brain here, but it's not quite striking the chord. So let's see what's going on with Anvers 2. Central, warm, and inviting. Top, bergamot, lime, lemon, black pepper, rhubarb, cypress. Okay, it's the rhubarb, which I'm really familiar with because I love John Varvatos Vintage, which has a significant rhubarb note. Okay, the cypress does add a bit of a greenness that I'm getting now. Heart, Bulgarian rose, jasmine, lily, mimosa, cedarwood, sandalwood, and vetiver. It seems that Ulrich really likes putting these woody notes into the heart of the fragrance, which I find very interesting, and mixing them with the florals. The rose, the jasmine, lily, mimosa, all of that. This is really pleasant. Man, this is definitely coming off as unisex to me. I could see myself wearing this. It's hard to describe. This is really difficult to describe. Honestly, that's the best I can do for now. I'm gonna keep spending time with these fragrances. I'm really intrigued by the concept of the house. I'm intrigued by these other fragrances. I do have to say that, at least for me and my taste, I've enjoyed all of the fragrances that I've smelled more so than the first one that I was introduced to a few weeks back. Oh, wow, man. I might be picking up a bottle of one of these, because especially that first one, Anvers, that one struck me. Let me smell it again. Wow, it's so different from before. Thank you so much for allowing me to be introduced to the rest of your fragrances. I think there's maybe a few more that I haven't smelled yet. Maybe just one. I think I smelled all of them except for Aperture. Yeah, it seems there's 6 in the catalog, at least in this line. If there's others, I'm not sure. And Aperture is one I have not smelled yet. So hope to get my nose on that at some point. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm gonna leave the link down in the description box below. Check out the website, maybe pick up a few samples if you're interested. These are really interesting fragrances. They're niche quality to my nose, but they're also very accessible. I dig that. I really appreciate that and respect that. So check them out down below if you're interested. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace. I'll see you guys in the next one.